So we have a staff presentation. In March of 2019, Danielle Vogel attended the NAEA, that's the National Art Educators Association, in Boston to present a documentary that she produced while completing her graduate work at MU. More than 1,700 presentation proposals were submitted to NAEA, and Danielle's was one of 35% that were selected to be presented.
Hello.
So we allowed her to travel, and it was contingent upon her coming back and sharing her experiences. So
Right?
just a few minutes of her experiences.
So I just want to make sure, is everyone familiar with the documentary? Okay, okay, go ahead. All right. So I recently attended a conference at NAEA, which is the National Art Education Association. It was in Boston. So I presented on a documentary that I made while I was in grad school at the University of Missouri. So while I was in that program, I did a one-year internship for my pre-service requirements. And part of that, I was asked to go to an arts-intensive elementary school and do a one-year internship there, bringing in my clay knowledge. So while I was there, I ended up doing a documentary. It's called 6 Continents in 7 Millennia, so there's a little bit of information and some pictures for you to look at there. It explores the entire process of creating a 50-square-foot mural with 5th grade students. It was an integrative arts investigation that met state and national standards for English, social studies, geography, and visual arts, and it included a lot of technology, which made it pretty unique because the kids were running around with iPads and doing a lot of documentation. This was a huge collaborative undertaking with teachers, students, and parents, community members, and there's a local museum called the Museum of Art and Archaeology at the University of Missouri. So they all collaborated and worked together, which is a pretty profound amount of collaboration because it's so much work, and it was working with clay, which is a very complicated medium to try and work with. The mural highlighted 30 objects of the museum collection. Students worked in groups of 2 to 3 per object. While it was student teaching, I just started to take pictures and video the process, and my mentor suggested turning it into a documentary. So in our program, we did a lot with technology. We did iMovie, and we had to do all these recordings that were like really embarrassing of ourselves, like getting very vulnerable in front of everyone. So we got really used to working with that level of technology. And so because that's what I knew, I was like, I'll just start filming with an iPad. And it turned into 16 minutes, and I don't ever recommend doing that because it gets really complicated. But I ended up presenting at NAEA, which is the state level. And it was in April of 2018. And then I was really encouraged to go for the national conference, and I was hesitant because I knew it was highly competitive. So once that proposal was accepted, I went, and that was in March, and there were about 55 people that attended, a lot of teachers that were there. This conference had over 7,000 art educators from around the world. So it wasn't just, it was pretty profound to see this many people coming together. Most of the questions that I got were logistical in nature, like how to prep and work with clay and that volume, how to work with the students, how to pair them in groups, and how we broke the project down into the groups and everything. So they had a lot of questions about any of those issues. They wanted to know about the objects that were chosen and just breaking all that information down. So we made several contacts. One woman that I'm working with is a professor in Utah, and she has a pre-service program, and she wants to work with her undergraduate students and do something similar. So she got to come and watch and kind of see the breakdown of that process and then ask questions about budget and stuff like that. So we're getting to help her kind of implement that in their program, which was pretty neat. I got to attend several sessions. I talked with many educators, and overall, it was just incredibly invaluable to have that experience to be able to go and share with people. And I keep having some emails pop up of people that are like, hey, can you walk us through how you did this portion of it? So that was pretty good. Overall, it was amazing. So I just wanted to say thank you so much for helping provide that opportunity to go, and Dr. Davis encouraging me to really push for that. So if you guys want to watch it, I don't know if anybody has, but I have a link that I can email out, and I shared it with Myra. I don't know. Did you? Okay. So it's about 16 minutes. If you guys will check it out. If you have any questions, feel free. Do you have any questions now?
Sounds
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Congratulations. yeah.
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 That's pretty good.
And I would assume that we can put the link on line so anybody watching can also
Yeah.
watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good.
Wonderful.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.